All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back into the day 12 of this marvelous, wonderful, and powerful and impactful challenge we have been conducting. Today, we are going to have a very, very powerful message for you. As you already know, that this challenge is very special. You know, this challenge is about 30 days and 30 mindset ideas. And today we are going to introduce you to another mindset idea that can literally change the course of your life. It can absolutely change the course of your life once you truly comprehend the meaning of pursuit. What does pursuit mean? What is the power in pursuit? This is a one mindset idea that can literally shake you. It may break you, but it will definitely make you. Now, what is that idea? Why we are bringing this idea in front of you today? There are many stories behind that. I'll be sharing some of my personal experiences with you, that how the power of pursuit has helped me. Okay, but to get started with the things, let's welcome my great friend, my business partner, Shekhar over here. Shekhar, welcome back to our challenge.
Hey,
Shekhar,
thanks, Akwi.
you're most welcome, Shekhar. So I would love you to speak a little bit about the power of pursuit. What is your
Okay,
understanding of the word pursuit? Over to you, Shekhar.
okay. What I understood of the meaning of the word pursuit after reading this book U Squared is completely different from the way I have been, using this word for so long. Over here, the author talks about differences between wishing, longing, wanting, desiring, and then he goes on to talk about pursuing. It's a totally different thing that we need to understand right now. Now, wishing, longing, wanting, and desiring, these are passive states. It means that as long as we are stable in these states, what we do is we just keep on thinking about our goals, which is only the starting point. But we need to go to the end picture, see our goals, and then work on it and see it get crystallized. The author Bryce Pritchett says dreams begin to crystallize when they are pursued. And this is one of the most important sentences I think that is there in the book. Where this sentence has literally hit me emotionally very much. Because pursuing means you are not in a passive state anymore. Pursuing means you are active. And this is the state of mind where you are going to discover the entire philosophy of U squared. Now, what is pursuing? Pursuing does not mean blindly going about doing just anything, forcing things to happen. Pursuing means working with a very calm mind and understanding that whatever I wish will be mine if I work in a certain way. Longing for it every single day is not the solution. Wanting it every single day, morning, noon, and night, is not the solution. Desiring it is not a solution. These are all starting points. These are all passive states of mind. Our desire is natural. We are born to keep on growing forever, forever, forever. But over here, if we want any one of our desires to crystallize, our dreams to crystallize into reality, we have to pursue it. So, wishing is not the only thing that we need to do. Pursuing means doing one single thing every day, or maybe two, three, four, five, six, but taking action. Small tasks, big tasks, whatever it is, but we have to take guidance from our subconscious mind and we need to keep on working on our goals every single day. That is the meaning of trust in the power of pursuit. Because over here, we are pursuing our dreams by getting confident that our subconscious mind will give us all the ideas, all the tools and resources, everything that we need to get our dreams completely crystallized. That is what I have learned about the new meaning of the word pursuit from this book, especially from this chapter.
That's really amazing, Shekhar.
Mm.
That's really powerful. What you have put across here, right? Now, there is
Mm.
a word, a phrase in this chapter that I absolutely love. He said,
Mm.
positive action is what counts. I remember a Chinese proverb that is coming into my mind right now. It states that, vision without an action is daydreaming, and action without a vision is a nightmare. Now, that really summarized to me the power of pursuit. I see many people out there in the world, in the market, every single day, who are just blindly going after some things here and there, and they have no vision, they have no purpose, they have no clarity, they have no goal. But at the same time, I see people who have beautiful ideas, who have beautiful visions about future, who have beautiful images in their mind about what they want to do, but in their case they are still stuck. So if any single element is missing, I believe you are not putting the power of pursuit into action. In my understanding, you are putting the power of pursuit into action when you have a clearly defined goal in your mind, when you have a super crystallized reason of why you want to do what you want to do, and then you are constantly, consistently moving in the direction of your goal. Constantly, consistently moving in the direction of your goal. Now, it takes me back to the words of Napoleon Hill. He said there is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. You are only ready to receive a thing when you believe that you can acquire it. So you have to build that belief in you. There are many people who lack belief. Why people lack belief? Because they either think too much about their goals, or they think too less about themselves. Too much about their goals mean their focus is always haywire. They are thinking about doing this thing, that thing, they end up doing nothing. And too little about themselves means they never believe that they can achieve it. They never believe that it is possible for them to get the results. They never believe that they can go out in their market and make big things happen. Now, what do you think about this point, Shaker?
Well, what I think about this is what the author says, what I'm about to, like put it as a complementary sentence to whatever you said up till now. The author says you must place your trust in action. What happens is most of the times when we take action, when we decide, okay, fine, this is my goal, this is my goal card's ready, I'm going to be working on this every single day. And then when we start taking action, what happens is we are filled with fear to the brim. We are thinking, oh my God, the goal is too big. That requires a lot of money. That requires a lot of this or that or whatever it is. I need at least 12 people to get this thing done. And all of these things start coming in our mind because our logical mind tries to tell us that if you want to get this thing done, you need so many people, you need so much of money, you need this, you need that. It is required. Yeah. I'm not denying that. But U squared says over here that if we pursue it, our subconscious mind, the power inside of us, will give us the ideas on how to go about doing it. The logical mind will obviously do its job, and that is to give us logic on how it should be done. But then some of the greatest achievers went against logic to break all the records of their industry. They did not work the way the industry was working. If they would have worked exactly the way the industry was working, worked with the same processes, they would be giving the output of exactly how the biggest producers of their industry were giving. But if you look at some of the most successful businessmen, they took the greatest risks. They put on with processes that nobody else had done in history before. And therefore, now we see them as the most successful people in their respective industries because they placed their trust in their action. They were looking forward to doing something in the industry which no one before them had done. And obviously, they did not have a crystallized plan when they started with it. They did not have the team when they started with it. They did not have probably not even the money. We look at millionaires and we think that, they've got a lot of money to invest so they can keep on growing. But the truth is, what if a millionaire wants to invest in something that costs $150 billion? That millionaire really needs to think about getting those $1 billion as investments. But the thing is, if we rely on the power of U squared, which is relying on our subconscious mind to guide us, to tell us what to do in our next steps, then we are actually using the power of U squared. Then when we are taking action every single day, we do not care whether this is going to fail, whether that is going to be incomplete or whatever it is. We will place our trust in action, which means that if something needs to be rectified in the way, it will be shown to me by my subconscious mind. So I must always start with the process without thinking whether this is logical or not, without this is correct or not. The main thing is to start it before we are ready. That is the main thing. That is where the whole concept of U squared lies in. Because desire alone cannot deliver. We must place our trust in our actions.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. That is also a very, very important point that you have put across, Shaker. And I believe that when the secret movie hit the market, there are many people who talks about, people start thinking about you got to visualize your goal, but people has taken that in a very wrong context. There are many people who are just sitting in their office and just visualizing and waiting for the things to happen. You know, it's like they're waiting for something to happen by themselves. But what they are not realizing is that that's not how the things work. If you really want to earn $1 million, you got to provide a service that matches or even going beyond the $1 million mark. We are living in a world that lives by cause and effect. Now, cause and effect is one of the laws. And if you want to really excel in any profession or any business that you are or a part of, you got to really consciously and deliberately focus on doing the cause. If you focus on the cause, my dear friends, the effect is going to taken care by itself. There are many people who worry too much about the results. They worry too much about the effects. They worry too much about whether they are going to get the results or not. They worry too much about whether this will go their way or not, whether this action will produce the result or not. If you keep that all aside and you just work with the power of pursuit, and you club it with serving one person a day in your business, serving one new person a day in your business, you will end up serving 365 people a year. And now just imagine if those 365 people just end up, now listen very carefully what I'm saying. If those 365 people just end up paying $1,000 to you, you will end up making a revenue of $300,000. And that 365 clients are going to grow every single year. Because if you serve them in the best possible manner you can, you are going to attract more people by the amount of recommendation. And then those 365 are going to become 600,000, and you will be beyond $1 million in earning if you just charge $1,000 per client for a service. So the power of pursuit, it goes with the power of numbers playing with your mind. In whatever business you are, if you focus on making the small things count, over time you can have results that you could have never ever imagined otherwise. Now I really want you to consider this suggestion because this is really, really, really powerful. Right? So ask me, decide what do you really want. You got to have a very clear image in your mind that what I want. Like every single day when I wake up, the first thing that I have in my hand is my goal card. I look at my goal card and I read my goal card aloud to me. I visualize it. I know this is what I want. I know why I want it. And then the next thing that I do is that I do my mindset stuff. I take care of very, very small, small things and I get into action. The power of pursuit. After you ask, you got to seek. Seek means you got to seek ways in which you can provide a better and better service. That is also has to be a consistent and continuous service. You cannot do it like you do it once and then you forget it. No, it doesn't work that way. Then knock. Every single day you have to show up. If you have opened a business, it's your responsibility to show up. If you don't show up, people will forget you and they won't even remember your name. So you got to show up every single day. Every single day. That's what ask, seek, and knock means. All right, over to you again, Shaker. Let's
Yeah,
elaborate it a little bit more.
yeah, I really love the explanation that you gave for ask, seek, and knock. And one thing that I read in this book that I want to couple with the example that you gave of serving just 365 clients a year, and that is like bringing in just one client a year and then multiplying through word of mouth, the 365 becomes double, and that double becomes double. Price Pritchett says you must move on the dream. That means you must leave the cover, the safety that goes with merely wishing for something. Now, here, putting up a goal of 365 clients every single year, we have to leave the cover, the safety that we are living in right now. And what happens is the moment we start thinking about, oh my God, I have to serve one person every single day. And then from there, two, it's like knocking on the door every single day. This is the place where we get a little bit afraid and we just go back to the passive state of wishing, longing, wanting, and desiring. And we stop taking action, which is actually pursuing. So over here, we must look at this process in such a way that if we entertain any amount of doubt, worry, or fear, we are not pursuing our dreams. We are not working with the philosophy of U squared. And we will keep on getting the results that our logical mind dictates to us, that if you do just this, you're going to get that. But for U squared, we have to do what you just said right now, the example that you gave. One person a day, 365 people a year, impress them, knock on the door every single day so that those 365 people can tell other 365, and then those 700 to 800 people will then tell it to 1600. The 1600 becomes 3200. And that's exactly how we multiply ourselves over and over again. We grow exponentially. This is U squared. We have to ask, not only ask for the dream, but we have to seek and we have to knock. That means you must leave the cover, the safety that goes with merely wishing for something.
Absolutely. It's like we have to leave the shores if we want to enjoy the depth of the ocean. There are many people who are on the shores. They are just waiting something someday, somewhere will happen, and it will dramatically change their life. But that's not how it works. If you want to really shift your life, you got to shift your thinking. That's what the power of pursuit is. It starts with shifting your thinking. It starts with making a change in your mind first before the change happens in the real life. So I believe you have really learned some amazing and some powerful things today from this lesson of pursuit. And we will encourage you that you go ahead and you apply this lesson of pursuit into your life. If you can just take one suggestion of this out of this lesson and put that into practice, it can incredibly change your life. It can incredibly change your life. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much, Shekhar, for being here.
Thank you,
It was a
Sukhpreet.
really lovely and nice session, and I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow back again at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Indian time, for the episode number 13 of our You Scare challenge. Till then, take care and live the life the way you want to live, everybody. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Shekhar. Catch you in the next episode.
Yeah. Thank you.